interview Brian Costillas, the first reporter of Group 5. So here are the contents: scoping the project, information security policy project rules, information policy project phases, information security policy revision project, and information security policy project application. So let's first tackle the scoping the project. So as with any project, an important early element of the project plan is to scope the project effort and extend an information security policy project has the scoping aspect as listed in table 6.1. So kaning kuan scoping the project muna siya ang yung first important step to scope the project. So scoping means deciding how big the project is, or what are the included, or how much work it will take. So information security policy projects can differ greatly in the amount of work required. For example, a small organization might simply use pre-made information security policy templates with minimal adjustment. So even a small company might just use ready-made information security template and make pwede na less than nila gamay ilahang nga mo-fit sa ilahang needs, and that is simple and doesn't take much time. So on the higher end of the scale is a very large information security revision or a re-architect project for a large organization with many departments with different security needs. Such a project will likely have most or all of these scoping complexities. So sa big company naman with many departments and different system might need to completely revise or rebuild its security policies. So siya, pag mag-create sila o pag mag-scope sila sa lang project, daghan og kailangan i-consider, and that means more people involved and more review or steps, and also mas dugay siya mahitabo, mas mag-take siya og time hantod mahuman. So next is the policy project scoping elements. So first is ang kaning policy project scoping element mo na siya key or things to look at, muna siya ang kinahanglan himuon para makahimuo ka og project. So first is number of current policies. Current information security policies are the existing rules governing the protection of the system. These policies may be outdated, but they are the current set of rules and will need to be reviewed. So kaning number of current policies, kinahanglan mo siya i-check kung pila ka buok policies ang nag-exist. Kung kaniba these are the current rules protecting the system. For example, your company may have all security rules from 5 years ago. They still exist but need to be reviewed and update. So kinahanglan na nimo sila i-review o i-update para dili pud sila ma-behind mga policies. Next is current policy framework. If the existing policy set does not have a clear and evident framework, the review and revision of these policies can be difficult. You will likely find many instances and conflicting policy statement overlap and gaps. So this greatly increases review and approval time frames as the existing policy set and concerns about correctly translating it to a new policy set become complex. Sa kanipong current policy framework, this means na how the current policies are organized, kung yun siya pag-organize. If the structure is confusing or outdated, it can be hard to update. So for example, you might find two rules that say opposite things that need to be synced before moving on. So kana siya is kung Next is planned policy framework. If the planned policy framework has already been determined, the work of putting together policy statement into policies are relatively straightforward. If the policy framework is to be determined as part of the policy development project, then consider the time required to discuss the various choices of framework and the pros and cons of each. So, kaning kuan planned policy framework, this is all about the policy structure will look like. So it is already planned and it's easy to write new policies. So if not, the team must discuss and design the new framework first. For example, choosing whether follow the ISO 27001 or mag-create sila og ilahang system. So oversight and approval. Involvement. An approval stage for revising information security policies is necessary as these are the statement of management intent. If there is a complex set of approvals or a very involved approval process, then the policy project will need to ensure there is a considerable time devoted to the explanation, review, revision, and approval process. So kaning kuan, oversight and approval involvement, muna sa policies need management approval before they are official. So kailangan po siya approval para lang ma-official. So there are people involved in approving the longer the process might take. So for example, a small business, one manager approves everything. So in a large company, several departments like IT, HR, and legal all review the policy. So kanang kuan sa big company kinahanglan pud mag-approve ang IT, HR, and uban pa. So note, not all information security projects are made alike depending on various complexities. Some projects may be more involved and required a greater amount of time. So dili tanan project is kaning pare-pareho. Ang uban na kay kuan kaning simple lang o paspas, while ang others, ang uban naka-take of time, mas daghan ang tao and more step. So by scoping the project carefully, we can plan resources, avoid confusion, and make sure the policy updated is successful. So that is for 6.1, which is the scoping the project.
So next is project lead. The project lead is the main specialist responsible for developing information security policies. This person must have depth knowledge of the organization's security laws and requirements, experience with the chosen security framework, and skills in writing policies, standards, and procedures. As the most experienced member, the project lead plays a key role in identifying possible challenges, presenting solutions to the team, and ensuring timely decision to keep the project running smoothly and free from common problems. So si project lead is mo ang main person nga naggadala sa project. Siya ang specialist nga kabalo sa laws, security framework o policy writing. Siya ang nagaplano, nag-guide sa team og nagasiguro nga sakto og on time ang mga trabaho. So next is subject matter expert. Since information security policies involve many different topics, the project lead cannot be an expert on every field. Therefore, subject matter expert are needed to provide accurate insight, interpret requirements correctly, and assess their effect on their organization and its system. Their participation also help ensure that department understand and support the policies being developed. So, ang subject matter expert is mga expert sa mga specific topic, and kay dili man kabalo sa tanan ang project lead, ang subject matter expert ang mutabang ug mohatag og sakto nga information ug mo-check kung ang policy sakto ug applicable sa organization. So next is stakeholders. Security policies affect how users act and how security controls are applied within the organization. They impact many people and process, especially department heads and system administrators and information security managers. To ensure an acceptance and corporations, stakeholders should be actively involved through project updates, review participation, and training opportunities. So ang stakeholders is mga tao nga maapektuhan sa policy. Then sila ang mga department heads, admins og security manager nga mag-implement og mogamit sa policy. And kinahanglan sila maapil sa updates, review og trainings para masabtan nila og. So next is approver. Every information security policy must go through an approval process, which may involve senior management, a committee, or the board. Understanding this approval process early is important as it can take several stages and revision before final approval is granted. So, ang approver di is mao ang tao or group nga mo final approve sa policy, then kasagaran gikan sa senior management or board, and importante nga makabalo daan sa approval process kay sa daghang stages o revision before ka ma-approve. Next is technical editor. Information security document must follow the organization official format. As this document grow larger, maintaining the correct format become more complex. Having a technical editor ensures that document remain consistent and well structured, helping the project lead save time and improving the overall quality of the work. So, ang technical editor is ang mo-check sa format, grammar, ug structure sa document, and siya ang mo-make sure nga ang policy document klaro or organized and uniform. Then makatabang siya nga mas ma-professional ug mas sayon basahon ang policy.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mark Gerald Ditobo. I am the next reporter of our group. Then the next topic is populate security control frameworks. The FESMA frameworks was selected and slightly altered to provide the structure for organization all security control. The FESMA or Federal Information Security Modernization Act serves as foundation and structure. It provides a comprehensive list of control or security rules. Ang FESMA rin is sila ang gahatag about list about sa mga policy or kanang rules nga kinahanglan sa organization. Then the adjusting of the framework is done to make it suitable for the specific needs of organization. Mo na sila gina-adjust about sa lang gipanghatag ng mga rules para ma-fit sa isa ka organization. Then sunod is determine format and title. Controls were grouped by subject and audience to determine the structure for 17 new policies. Once the control are finalized, they are then organized based on subject and audience. Example, kaning sa subject is one ng about firewalls and routes. Kani is madon siya diri sa nakatitle nga network access control policy. Then if the audience grouping kani is kanang katong rules or information is para ra gid siya or siya rin makabasa. Then this will be dictate how control will be grouped on the policy. This sorting resulted in the plan to develop 17 information security and private policies. Ang objective ani guys is to create policies that are easy to understand and implement because they are grouped according to the relevant topic and target user. Next is derived control. All new derived control will compare again existing security policies. Stronger existing control lead to the revision of the new derived control to ensure consistency and strength. The derived control obtained from the chosen frameworks are compared against existing documents. Kato rin itong mga karaan is gina-compare gina-compare sa mga sa bag-o nga documents para if katong daan gyapon ang mas nindot mao gyapon ang gamiton. Then it is check and strictly or stronger control already in place. If there is one, the derived control is adjusted or revised to match the better safeguard that is already existing. Then to avoid duplication and ensure that policy always adheres to the best security standard the organization already has. Then sunod is identify SME. A subject matter expert was assigned to each policy to provide expert review and facilitate buy-in, making the policy an extension of their operation understanding. Diri guys no kay ang SMC kay isa ka expert about sa mga policy control. Then diri is gonna sure nila mga policy nga gihimo is tama, practical ug dawaton sa mga tawo nga napatupad niini ilang desisyon. Then SMC day is sila ang gaingon nga kato nga policy is tama or kinahanglan or possible ninyo nga buhaton sa isa, especially sa isa ka organization. Then sila sa dangga stop sa mga rule nga dili nindot or way pulos kumbaga nga or dili gamit sa inyong organization. Last is draft content. Once the policy titles, topic and control were created and approved, the content of each document were draft. In these final steps, the actual content of each policy is written. The drafting focuses on the combination, structuring, and wording of the policy statement based on the approved frameworks and control. To create clear, accurate, and official policies that are easy to follow and reflect intent of the security control. Diri is katong pag mahuman na ito, maaprubahan na itong mga rules, then nakaproceed na sila sa mga katong pinakaunang steps. Diri is magbuhat na lang documents para madraft ng katong policy o mapatupad na. Then na sila duha ka main nga trabaho diri which is structuring o wording. Structuring kato ni mga naaprubahan nga mga rules nga ibutang or iyan pagbutang gikan sa populate o revise hangtod sa determined format. Then about sa wording is gagamit sila og kanang mga kung ato ang official nga language para mas dali ra siya masabtan og klaro pagkasulat. Mora to ko og daghang salamat.
Good afternoon everyone. So first of all, what is too many policies already? Generally, organizations with 50 or more information security policies have been suffering from this syndrome. For a while, it would be best to re-architect the whole mess and provide a clear and consistent information security policy set. So kung sobra nagkani ang information security policies like 50 or more, maglibog na ang mga empleyado, no? So tawagan ni kay policy overload. Kung daghan kayo rules, usay dili na nila masabtan, no? Kung unsa ang sundon or ila na lang ignore. Kaya lisod po i-manage o i-update, no? Kung daghan kayo documents. Imbis magdugang lang perme, no? Is mas mayo nga i-review ang tanan, i-delete ang sobra, i-update ang karaan o i-organize into klaro nga simple set of policies, no? Kung limpyo o klaro manggod nga policies, mas sayon para sa mga empleyadong masabtan ng ilang rules, no? Masabtan ng ilang rules. So kaysa daghan nga libog, di ba? Bisan magkinahanglan og time para i-rebuild, no? Worth it gid gyapon ni, no? Para mas maayo nga protection ug smooth nga operation sa company. Kung ma-achieve na sa company ang klaro or organized nga policies is daghan kayo benefits or advantages, no? First is mas ma-motivated ang mga empleyado kay kabalo na sila, no? Kung say buhaton o kung say dili dapat buhaton. They feel more secure and confident sa ilang trabaho kay clear man ang expectation, no? Dili na sila maglibog or mahadlok nga masayop because everything is written in a simple and understandable way. So for example, kung ang company policy is about attendance, no? Klaro. About attendance, no, is klaro. Like dapat 8 AM ang start time og naay grace period nga 5 minutes. So employees, no, will know exactly unsay dapat nilang sundon. Second, no, is mas dali para sa management nga i-monitor kung kinsa ang nagsunod sa rules o asa pa kinahanglan og improvement. For instance, kung naay empleyado nga permilate or dili nagsubmit sa reports on time, dali ra matrack and matabangan siya to improve. Clear policies also promote fairness, kay tanan treated equally under the same rules. Aside from that, organized policies help avoid conflicts and miscommunication. Employees and managers can focus more on productivity kaysa sa pagsabot or paglali sa rules. So ang klaro og well-organized policies magdala og discipline, teamwork og success sa whole company, making it better to work in. Next, audit findings. Audit findings when revising the information security policy set to address specific audit findings. The findings themselves are the driver of the project. If the audit findings indicate that the information security policies are non-existent, out of date, or do not provide the details necessary to address information security requirements, then this is not a revision project but a re-architect or creation project. However, if the audit findings are specific, simply track each finding to a missing, ambiguous, or incorrect policy statement and revise. So ang audit findings is dako jud kayo og rules sa pag-improve sa information security policies sa company. So usahay during an audit is makita nato nga ang current policies is either wala pa gyud or luma na or gibuhat lang para ma-address ang specific audit issues. Sa yung nani nga case is ang audit findings mismo ang nag-drive sa project. Mo na ang starting point para may bawan unsa ang kulang o unsa ang dapat i-improve sa policies. So kung ang audit makapakita nga kulang ang company sa importante nga information security requirements, then dili na simple nga revision lang kinahanglan gid na og creation or re-architecture project, meaning kinahanglan i-build or i-redesign ang policies gikan sa scratch para mas covered tanan. Kinahanglanon og masiguro nga compliant ang company sa standards. Mao ni ang foundation para sa tanan future policies o practices. Pero kung specific ang findings, masayon ang trabaho, i-track masayon ang trabaho kay i-track lang ang matag finding o tanawa kung asa ang policy statement nga missing, unclear, or sayop human then mahuman o kanang ma-identify is i-revise na siya ang statement para klaro, accurate o align sa audit recommendation. Next, for example, kung ang audit makakita nga makakita nga walay klaro nga policy sa password management. So kinahanglan i-add ang policy nga mo specify sa password requirements, expiration o handling procedures. Kung naa na, mas sayon para sa employee nga masabtan ang rules o masiguro nga safe ang company data. Next is policy currency review. When reviewing information security policies within a few years of their last revision, the focus is on identifying new issues, threats, and additional controls that may now be required. A well-organized information security policy set allows the review to focus on the most irrelevant policies rather than all of them. So ang policy currency review is mo ni ang proseso sa pag-check kung ang mga information security policies sa company kay updated pa ba o epektibo pa. Importante is kay nagusab-usab ang technology, threats o risk kada tuig. So ang mga subject matter experts ang mutabang sa pag-review kung saan part sa policy ang kinahanglan i-update o usbon. Dili tanan policy ang review kundi katong ra naapektado sa mga bagong changes. So first is una i-identify nato ang mga policies nga kinahanglan i-review. Dayon ang SME o IT security team is mag-collaborate para i-assess kung klaro pa ba ang guidelines, nabay gaps o align pa ba sa company standards o regulation. Pwede po sila mag-recommend o new controls or modification para mas ma-address ang bagong threats. Example, kung ang company karon nag-implement og cloud storage nga wala sa old policy, so kinahanglan i-update ang policy aron i-cover ang proper access controls, data encryption ug backup procedures. So sa ingon is may balo ang tanan employees unsaon pag-handle sa sensitive data sa bagong bagong system, and then human ma-finalize no is ang revision ipasa sa management para sa approval. Then pagka human i-communicate no ang i-communicate ang updated policy sa tanan employees pinaagi sa email, training session o company intranet aron aware sila sa latest security expectation o para protektado ang company sa potential cyber risk o compliance issues. Next is policy consistency review. So as an organization policy set expands, overlaps can occur between policies, creating inconsistencies. This can happen when multiple policies cover similar security topics. For example, the acceptable use policy, email policy, and security awareness training. So policy may all include password requirement. So kini nga policy consistency review is mao ni nga proseso nga ginabuhat aron siguraduhon nga pare-pareho ug klaro ang tanan security policy sa company. Importante ni kay kung laylhay ang rules sa similar topics is malibog ang employees og basin dili nila masunod nga mahimong weak ang security sa company. Una is ilista ang tanan important security topics sama sa password rules, access control, data protection ug acceptable use. Dayon i-check ang tanan policies kung consistent ba ang giingon kung naay conflict o duplication. I-discuss na sa SME o policy owners kung unsa ang dapat na standards. Pwede pod maghimo og table para makita dayon kung unsa ang i-cover sa matag policy aron walay gaps o mas klaro sa tanan sa tanan So example ang acceptable use policy is nag-require og 10 character password. Pero ang email policy nag-require og 8 character password. So kinahanglan i-update ang email policy aron pareho sa standard Ang security awareness training dapat is pareho pod aron klaro sa tanan employees og dili malibog Then human ma-finalize ang revision, i-communicate na ang update ng policy sa tanan employees pinagi sa email intranet o in training sessions. Then ang IT o HR ang mag-monitor kung nasunod na ba ang policies. So sa ingon is masiguro nga consistent, klaro, strong ang security posture sa company. Next is the policy requirements review. In project reviewing existing policies for compliance, etc. with regulation, standards, or client requirement. The first step is to identify the list of required control. Each requirement is then mapped to an existing policy statement or to a new policy that needs to be created. So ang policy requirements review is mo na siya ang process of checking kung ang mga information security is ang mga information security policies is sa company is compliant ba sa mga requirement sama sa industry standards, laws, customers request o internal rules. So una is i-review ang tanan requirement aron masabtan unsa ang kinahanglan sundon. Sunod is i-compare ni sa existing policies, tanawa kung covered na ba or wala pa. Kung naay kulang, i-add or i-update ang policy para ma-appeal ang requirement. Then pag human sa mapping dapat ang tanan policies is naanay listahan sa mga requirement nga gi-follow. Then kung sayon ra makita asay butang ang requirement meaning organize ang policy set pero kung lisod i-match, so kinahanglan i-restructure or i-organize balik ang mga policies. So mora to.
Phase 1 Policy Approval. Once the PSPs are developed, the next phase is to seek formal approval in addition to the draft policies. Figure 6.2 shows the step of creating a policy instruction sheet for each policy to aid in the review process. 6.3 shows an example of a policy instruction sheet or summary that provides a single-page summary of the policy purpose, importance, audience, and high-level policy statement. There is a policy approval is after masulat sa organization nimo ang mga security policies is ang next step is mga sila formal na approval gikan sa management. before approval and makatabang ni siya sa pag-grade sa policy instruction sheet. Basically, a one-page summary for each policy. This sheet is makatag siya overview of what the policy is about, why it matters, who should follow it, and dali ni siya para sa manager or reviewer na dali makasabot sa policy bisag dili nila basahon ng whole document, and makatabang sa ni siya para matiyak kung ang tanan ba is agree. In smaller organization, approval may be only a single step, but in larger organization, approval must be sought through several steps, namely security management review, department review, and board review. Security management review. This approval phase requires that the senior most information security representative for the organization agrees with and approves the information security policy set, policy statement, and approach for policy governance. If the security policy set was developed within his department or team, then this task may have already been performed as part of the development effort. Sa security management review is ang mga top information security officer is like the CISO or IT security head is ga-check and gina-approve nila ang overall set sa security policy para ma-make sure nila kung fit ba ang ilang organization goals and security standard. Second, department review. This approval phase requires that the information security department of each organizational department receive a chance to provide input, clarification, or request modification of the draft policies. It is based to include this departmental representative throughout the policy development process so that there are very few surprise. Department review dahil each department is ga-review sa mga draft policies and gahatag og feedback and suggest kung unsa ilang i-change para ma-ensure ang ilang policy nga mag-fit sa ilang mga specific needs and operation. In third is board review. This is the final approval for policies but may not be necessary for standard and procedures. Policies are the statement of intent from senior management involving the secure use of organizational resources and protection of sensitive information. Therefore, senior management level documents for the organization. Sa board review, senior management or the board is gatag siya final approval for the main policy document para gawing official and karaniwan silang umasa sa expert or committee para sa detailed nga review. Phase 2, policy training and consulting. Once the PSPS are approved by the security management departments and the board, training is required to provide appropriate guidance and understanding of the policies. Security policy training involves 3-step policy introduction training, policy familiarization training, and policy tailoring and application training. Sa phase 2 is paghuman sa pag-approve sa tanang patakaran is ang mga employees is gina-train para masabtan nila ug ma-apply nila og tama ang mga policy.
Hi ma'am, hi buddies. This is the last part of our report. Phase 2, policy training and consulting. Once the PSPS are approved by the security management departments and boards, training is required to provide appropriate guidance and understanding of the policies. Security policy training involves 3 steps: policy introduction training, policy familiarization training, policy tailoring and application training. So after ma-approve ang information security policies, kinahanglan nga ang mga empleyado training aron makasabot sila unsaon pag-follow o pag-apply sa policy sa ilang trabaho. This phase is all about learning, understanding, and applying the policies correctly. So next is policy introduction training. Policy introduction training, information security is generally limited to the objectives of the policy and development project. The policy of the security policy framework chosen and an outline of the policy and policy contents. Such a training session is generally limited to 1 to 2 hours. So kini nga part is una nga sa training. Ina-explain diri kung unsa ang purpose sa policy, nganong importante ni siya o unsaon pag-protect sa company data o information. Tas diri gina-discuss pud ang kung unsa ang security framework o unsay sulod sa policies. Usually ang training magdugay sa 1 to 2 hours. Next is policy familiarization training. Policy familiarization training explore each of the policies is in more depth. This includes a review of the role and responsibilities for each policy and step-by-step review of each policy statements. So diri nga training kay diri nga training is para mas masabtan ug masabay sa empleyado ang mga policy. Diri sa gina-explain ang rules and responsibilities sa mga tao ug sa department. Ginatuluan pud sila usaon pag-apply sa policy sa ilang daily work. Then the goal is para makabalo tanan kung unsa ilang part sa pag-protect sa information sa company. Next is policy tailoring and application training. Besides general policy training, department need one-on-one session to understand how to apply information security policies to their specific operation and system. This session should address each department's unique concern but use a common set of trainings, slides, or for consistent guidance across the organization. So sa part nga kani is ginatuluan ang mga department unsaon pag-apply sa policy based sa ilang trabaho. So example is IT department. Ang IT department is magbantay sa system o data security. Then ang HR department is mag-protect sa employee records. Sunod is finance department, magbantay sa financial reports o transaction. Bisan laylay ang rule sa matag department, pareho gyapon sila og kanang guide to keep the company information safe and secure. So next is rules and responsibilities. Identify department rules and name to assign the rules and responsibilities from each policy. Examples rules include department head, information technology lead, information security lead, and user manager. So rules specific, kada department kinahanglan nga naay tao nga i-assign nga mag-monitor ug mag-apply sa policy. Example is department head, information security officer, data or system manager. Importante kaayo nga klaro ang rule sa matag usa para smooth ang pag-implement sa policies. So next is department information system Identify department information system, including system name, function, and boundaries. This should include a discussion of the trade-off between defining and many small information system versus several or one large system, and determining system owner. Sa department information system kay mao ang system or program nga ginagamit sa matag department para sa ilang data o trabaho. Example kay sa sa HR para sa employee records, attendance o payroll. Sa finance department pod kay para sa billing expenses o budget. Then sa IT department para sa servers and password o data protection. Kada department kinahanglan nga magbantay sa ilang system aron dili ma-hack, also update o organize the data, then ug mag-assign og system owner nga responsible sa system. So in short ani kay kada department ay kaugalingong system ug sila ang responsible sa pagbantay ug pag-amping sa ilang information. So next is adapting versus tailoring policy statement. Excuse me. Each policy statement may either be adapted. Example is the department agree with the policy statement or the department can request a policy exception. See section 4.2.2. So pagkahuman sa training, ang department pwede mo decide unsaon nila pag-follow sa policy. Naay duha ka pamaagi, which is adapting the policy statement. Pagsabot nga follow nila ang policy as in walay changes. Example is change password every 90 days. Is tailoring the policy statement. Pasabot nga pwede nila i-adjust ang policy gamay aron mas fit sa ilang trabaho. Example ani is IT department mo change into every 60 days tungod kay mas risky ilang work. So next is completing policy statement. Some policy statement let department define specific details such as time limits or procedures. For instance, if a policy says temporary account must be removed after department defined time, each department must decide what that time period will be. To help maintain consistency, organization can provide a department policy tailoring guide and samples templates that instruct department on how to customize policy properly. May uban policy na pwede ma-customize depende sa department. Example kay kung ang policy moingon nga temporary account must be deleted after a period, ang department ang mag-decide pila ka days or weeks. Ang organization mohatag og template or guide para parehas ang standard sa tanang department. So next is department policy application and consulting. Once the information security policy training is complete, individuals department consulting in the development application of their information security policies, the following with the tailoring and application of their information secure consulting tasks are recommended for assisting this department required additional. So pagkahuman sa training, sunod nga step mao ang actual application sa policies sa real life work. Ang mga department mag-start og apply sa mga rules o procedures sa ilang trabaho. Kung unsa ang kinahanglan, pwede sila mangayo og tabang sa consultant. So, next is develop a work sample. A work sample, a completed policy set for a specific department can provide other department with guidance on how to complete a policy set. It is always useful to find a department willing to be held up as an example in exchange for assisting them with the development of their own policy set. This set can be used as a work example. So, ang work sample kay murag sample guide kung unsaon pag-apply sa policy sakto sa real life. Ginagamit ang example para mas sayon sabton ug sundon ang mga departments. So next is provide policy tailoring assistance. Some department may require assistance with tailoring a policy set for their own department and information system. Assistance may involve sections of compensating controls or the development of a risk-based exemption rationally. So, kung lisod pa sabton sa ubang department ang policy, pwede sila tabangan sa mga expert para ma-adjust ug masayon gamiton. Ang tumong ani kay masiguro nga ang policy kay klaro, praktikal ug epektibo sa tanan. So next is provide policy application assistance. Once the policy set is tailored and accepted by the department, it will be then applied to the department and its information system. This means the development, security, controls such as policies, procedures, processes, access control, encryption, etc. Additional assistance to organizational department may be useful to the overall organization in this area. So, provide policy application assistance. Kung ma-finalize na ang policy, apply na kini sa daily operation. Apila ni ang pag-develop sa security procedures, access control, monitoring system. Ang ubang department pwede patabangan kung kinahanglan pa og additional guidance. In short, ang phase 2 is training and learning about the policy. Then the phase 3, actual use and applying the policy sa work. And that's all. Thank you po.